Welcome to another episode of Catching a Lying Lawyer. I'm getting ready to call Daniel R. Perlman of the Los Angeles criminal. Hi, can I please speak to Daniel Perlman?
He's currently out of the office right now. Were you looking for a free consultation?
Yeah, is there like a paralegal or another attorney I could just talk to briefly?
Well, I'm the legal assistant, but I wouldn't be able to give you a free consultation and answer your questions. But I would like to get a brief idea of what it's in regards to. Do you have a court date?
I may have one coming up. My question is very brief.
What is your question?
I've been looking online, and I can't find any empirical evidence that just because I reside in the state of California, that the Constitution and its laws apply to me. So I wanted to talk to Mr. Perlman to find out if there's any leads on where I can look to find that evidence.
Do you have a court date, sir?
I just said that I may have one coming up in the future concerning the question that I just asked.
Has any detectives or any reach out to you in regards to you trying to find out if you're guilty or not, or there's any evidence of any type of constitutional you committed a crime?
Well, yes. That's what I'm basically asking. I'm asking, is there any empirical evidence that the law exists just because somebody says so?
Who's somebody said so? Is it a detective or a law enforcement agency?
It would be the United States government because the laws are written by the legislative and the judges, right?
But my question to you is, has any agency via the California, like LAPD or Sheriff's Department or a detective, have they reached out to you so that you might be charged with something?
Yeah, of course, all the time. They're under the assumption that the laws exist just because somebody says it does. But under my understanding, if we were to go into a court of law that uses practical law, we would have to show some form of evidence, correct?
Well, we're a criminal defense firm, so with that being the case, we get engaged when individuals have to go appear in court. They've been formally charged with something. And from what it sounds like, you haven't been formally charged and you don't have a court date yet, even though you possibly believe you might. If you end up having a court date where you have to appear in a courthouse in the future, feel free to give us a call, but up until that point, there's not anything we can do for you at this time.
So you don't have any idea if there is evidence that the laws exist?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me hang up the phone here. So I just called... Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to hang this up. I guess I just hung it up. Okay, so I called Daniel. His name is Daniel Perlman. He works at the Los Angeles Criminal Defense Attorney Office. I mean, he has a whole blog. His office is over on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. You can always Google him. But I couldn't reach him, so what I'll do is I'll just make another video, hopefully trying to reach an attorney. But I just wanted to say that you heard the guy, I don't know who he was. He works in a law office, so he has to hear what's going on concerning the attorneys and lawyers that work there and the paralegals. I'm believing he's a paralegal, because a paralegal basically is a glorified secretary for these lying lawyers. And you heard him at the end. I asked him, is there any evidence that the laws exist just because somebody says so? And he said no. So that's my evidence. Besides the obvious that they really don't exist outside of somebody in a judicial panel or on a legislative branch saying that you can't wear green shoes on Saturday because I said so. That's really called a logical fallacy. It's circular reasoning. It is not evidence. Evidence is the phone that I'm talking on. You can hear my voice talking through it. You can match my voice to my face on some of my other videos, and you have evidence that that's me actually speaking. Okay? Evidence deals with substance. It deals with fact. It deals with something tangible in a lot of ways. Saying that, you've been speeding and you have to give us money is not evidence that I have to give you anything, other than you're just using argumentum ad baculum, which means appeal to the stick in Latin, which translates into force and coercion. So basically we're doing what they say, we're allowing them to hold jurisdiction or authority over us just because, with no evidence, mind you, just because there's somebody saying that we have to. So does that really make sense? I mean, this is things to think about. So I'm going to try to call somebody else. I'd really like to talk to a lawyer or attorney because they're trained to argue and engage, whereas this guy was more passive about his reply to me. So we'll take it from there. Talk to you later. Make sure to visit the website. It's www.cslawinfo.us, www.cslawinfo.us.